Digital yuan currency. How can the Chinese digital currency be a threat to the US dollar? China wants to introduce a digital yuan currency called ERMB in 2022. People moving to China in 2022 may have to buy or sell in this new digital currency. It will be a currency that will not be visible and you will not be able to hold it in your hands like notes, and this is not a fantasy. Corrupt currency is dangerous. At a time when every country in the world is struggling to cope with the coronavirus epidemic, China is busy launching a pilot project on the digital yuan. Last month, China's central bank, the People's Bank of China, began working on it in four major cities: Shenzhen, Chengdu, Shizhou, and Xi'an. Under the project, a portion of government's employees' salaries will be paid in digital yuan. In addition, 20 private companies such as Starbucks and McDonald's are participating in the experiment. If successful, the Chinese government will release it nationwide during the 2022 Winter Olympics. However, this will be done in phases and may take several years. In fact, work on a project began in 2014. China is moving very fast to implement it. There could be three main reasons for this: the escalating trade war with the United States, the continued accusation by the United States and Western countries against China over the coronavirus, and the readiness to launch Facebook's digital currency this year. The introduction of the digital yuan is said to be something that could change the global balance. It is the part of China's ambitious plan to eliminate American influence and emerge as a powerful nation in the 21st century. Experts say its successful use could lead to a new political and economic system in 10 to 15 years. Dr. Faisal Ahmed, an expert in Chinese affairs at Ford School of Management in Delhi, says India and the United States are working on their respective digital currencies under the name of Lakshmi and digital dollars respectively, but so far they're far from the truth. US dollars versus digital currency. Currently, the Chinese dragon has left Indian Lakshmi for behind. But according to experts, the uncrowned king of the currency world, the dollar, is also under the threat. The dollar is far more expensive than its original value, given the trillions of dollars in debt owed by the US Federal Reserve, says Alec Chorwala, a Mumbai-based thief. A new currency is certainly welcome, but its global acceptance will take a long time. Parveen Vishesh is a portfolio manager at Singapore-based Modular Asset Management and trades in current countries around the world. The digital yuan is definitely a big step towards distance from the US dollar, he said. The US dollar is currently the world's currency and has been so since the fall of gold standard in the early 1970s. He added that the escalation of the conflict due to US-China trade war and now the corona epidemic is a threat to the dollar. However, this change will take time due to the absence of any other and immediate alternative. The world must keep an eye on Chinese action. The current value of US dollar can be gauged from the fact that 2019 about 90% of the international financial transactions were transacted in US dollars. In comparison, the Chinese yuan accounted for only 2% of global payments and reserve. On the other hand, more than 60% of the world's reserves are in US dollars. India's 486 billion foreign exchange reserves are also in US dollars. China's treasury also has 3 trillion worth of assets in US currencies. Dr. Faisal Ahmed believes that China can use it many ways will enhance its reputation. China can use this currency to provide incentive packages to other countries for geographical and political gain, as well as to include the Belt and Road project from Central Asia to the Arctic region, he said. Currently, the effects of US dollar and its importance mean the United States will continue to dominate the world's political and economic affairs. For example, sanctions according Iran, Russia, North Korea, and other countries are possible because of international trade and banks' reliance on the US dollars. Bank released a special report on digital currency in late January this year, suggesting that the Chinese digital yuan could change the balance of global power. China, with the help of its central bank, is working on a digital currency that can be used as a soft or hardware tool, the report said. In fact, if companies doing business in China are forced to adopt the digital yuan, it could certainly underestimate the value of dollar in the global financial market. The report says that just as the United States promoted the dollar in early 20th century, so does the Chinese government now use the renminbi, RMB.